my cup with some Java love. Sit on down, let's talk it up. I need some laughing lattes.
Welcome to Life and Lattes with Liv and Cole. I'm Cole.
And I'm Liv.
Welcome back. We are doing it virtually again, and we decided to use Zoom this time, even though someone is probably rifling through our computers as we talk. This is probably the best option that I found for a split screen view. So, if they take my stuff, they take my stuff.
I don't know if that's a good or bad mentality, but I don't think we really have anything to hide. So, you're going to see a lot of wedding photos on mine. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And they're going to see all my nudes.
Oh, gosh. SOS.
Big old file.
Big old file. God. Get out. All right, we're done. Cut it.
Yeah. Before anything, of course, we are drinking some coffee. What are you drinking this week, Liv?
I have something new. I literally haven't even tried it yet.
Sweet.
It is. I picked it up at the store the other day, or Kroger. And it's a vanilla draft latte. It's foamy nitrous infused milk and cold brew.
That looks fancy.
I know. So, we gonna try it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's try it. I'm just gonna sit here and watch you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. And it's interesting too. So you know how nitro ones pour differently?
Yes.
It has I don't want to spill this on my computer. But like a plastic thing that goes over it to
Yeah.
I don't even know the word. It goes over the opening part of it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. To help, I guess, with the pour.
Yeah,
I don't know. Pretty good though. Not mad.
Okay, so what's the brand?
Ooh.
She gonna butcher it.
I am. Oh, is it backwards for you?
No, it's right.
Okay.
What Colombe? Cologne?
La Colombe.
Oh, and it does have something there, doesn't it?
La Colombe.
La Colombe? Coffee?
Not sure.
We'll spell it out in the description. So
yeah, for sure.
If you're that interested, the correct spelling, not pronunciation.
Yeah.
Will be
It has 1.5 cups of coffee. It is real coffee, foamy milk, and it's lactose free. So for those of you who are worried about the lactose,
boom, it's free.
All right, what about you? What you got going on?
So this one I have had on the show before, I believe, but this is my go-to pod because while I'm at home using the pods. Again, got the Ember, but it is my I'm gonna say it right here, Adagio.
Adagio.
Yeah, and it's like a blue pod.
Adagio.
No.
No.
I don't even know. That's the problem with Nespresso, and we've talked about it. They're all names that are different languages, and I got nothing.
You're no.
Like I said, I call it the blue pod. I'm like, I like the blue pod.
Use Google Translate.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be scary though. I'm gonna translate it, and it's gonna be a donkey's hoof, and I'm gonna go, yeah, it's great.
A donkey's hoof? I
don't know. That's the best I can come up with.
Oh man.
But this is kind of one of their medium to strong blends. So it's kind of a good. It's a good pick me up, that's for sure. And it's got a nice little bite of flavor, so that when you put creamer or something in it, it doesn't just get washed away.
There's a flavor.
Yeah.
I seriously quote Hot Rod way too often. It's it's from the scene where he, the super annoying guy, I can't even remember his name, orders a flaming Dr. Pepper and then chugs it, and then he just yells in the restaurant, "There's a flavor." Oh my God. So I use that way too much.
Yeah, you know that movie way better than anybody I've ever met.
Yeah. Well, my siblings know it too, or at least Lauren and Seth know it. Anyway.
Yes, I like how there have been so many episodes where we've started off with a movie quote.
I know.
That should be just part of it.
It should. We should just make that a thing now.
We could have so many quotes.
It's true. And I think we both like do pretty well at like quoting movies and like TV shows.
Oh yeah.
Like my sister-in-law Callie, she's like, how do you guys like quote that stuff all the time? And I'm like, well, for one, we've definitely watched it more than once.
Yep.
And we have a bad habit, at least like early on in watching a show or a movie or whatever, we go back and replay like funny scenes. And so then it's just stuck in your head. And then, you know, like The Office, it's just one of those shows that you can put on in the background, and then you're just like listening to it all the time, that you can just like spew out all the quotes. But
yes. And somehow while you're vacuuming the house, you retain every bit of it.
Oh geez. How's it going over there?
It's weird. Be honest. It's just so like kind of funky because some days it feels, weird, and then some days it feels normal again, but then like there's always something that pulls you back out and you're like, oh yeah, we're still like really heavily locked down and it's probably going to get worse. So
Yeah.
morale is good, morale is up. Just we're trying new things when it comes to like basic necessities, because at one point in time I was like, look, we got to start really limiting our trips to the store and just trips in general.
Right.
For the first time in my entire life, like I've been shooting home still, and I have a Purell like attached to my belt.
Like how dads have like the belt for like their phones, like you have it for hand sanitizer, just quickly like
pretty much I'm just like just in people's houses, just
a holster for it.
Yep. But it's funny, like you go in, like now it's going to be weird to snap ourselves back out of it, because now when I go to like see somebody, I instantly start to think like, don't go in for the handshake.
Do one of these.
Well, it's just weird to think about though.
Yeah.
But people are like really conscious about it, which is cool. But like a lot of the houses I've done are vacant, which are nice. But still the ones where people are there, they're like, we're going to go outside, you do your thing. And, which is good. So, and I'm hoping that people get more conscious of it. So,
yeah, it's so interesting. Like I heard someone say the other day, I think it was on some sort of like news channel, like how much things are going to change once all of this is like, we're sort of back to a normal, we can like leave our houses, but like the being around large groups, or, being around groups when like a friend is maybe sick, or shaking hands, how like conscious you are of washing your hands, using hand sanitizer, because, like even just as simple as going to the grocery store, like I even wiped down the handles always on my carts.
Yep.
I don't know how like common that is for everyone, but I mean, going in and out of stores, like I would be using hand sanitizer like all the time now. And so I just wonder, like, are these kinds of things going to become like the new normal, which sounds dumb, right? Like,
I know.
Using hand sanitizer after you leave a store, but like, you didn't always think of that, right?
Oh, for sure. I think we took all that for granted. And now I think we'll see it I think some people it'll stick and some people it won't. And we'll see it for a little while. And then everybody will go, well, that was.
Yeah.
What I'm interested to hear from you, because you have a different perspective on this whole thing, because, Audrey's working, but she's going in from 8 to noon. They've got her office on lockdown. And so it's really just her and her boss. And, I haven't been in the office. Couldn't tell you the last time. And I've just been shooting houses and doing everything from home. So I'm home 90% of the time. She's like 60-40. But with our professions, it's super different. So I want to hear what it has been like being married to a healthcare professional and dealing with all of this during this period of time.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy for sure, just seeing how much things have changed in like their normal routine and schedule for things. I mean, and this is said, all over like the news really, so it's not anything super new, but they are not doing any elective surgeries right now, which opens up an entire floor, which also opens up an entire team of people, that aren't there. And so different floors and different people are being reallocated. And so it's just a whole like new, experience right now. And it is strange too, because for those of you who have been listening or follow me personally, whatever, on social media, that it's obviously fairly new for Brad to be a nurse. He graduated in December and then really started in his role like mid to late January. And so, he's going through orientation, trying to like get feelers out, try to, establish a normal there, and then all of this happens and it completely flips everything. And one of the biggest things is for all of their PPEs that they have to, wear. Every hospital is low right now. And typically, like, you go into different rooms and change out a lot of the equipment that you're wearing. But because they're so low, they're having to like change protocols and how they're doing things. And it's crazy to hear like all of that, because beforehand, like, I would have never really thought that much about it or like knew how much really like went into it. And it's wild. It's crazy. But so far he's doing really well. He's loving it, which is good. He loves having that like patient interaction, working as a team and being challenged, which right now is definitely a challenging time. But in terms for the two of us, it's been like he wakes up, we have dinner and high five, and then he goes to work. So I don't know. I don't know. In general, it's just like such a weird time right now, but this is going to be our normal for a while at least.
Oh yeah.
So
Is he so when he comes home though, is he taking extra precautions or?
So, a couple of things. One is it's not like he's just working with patients without any kind of protective gear. So
Right.
let me say that first off.
Right.
But then coming home, yeah, I mean, washing scrubs right away, leaving shoes like right at the front door, not wearing them elsewhere, wiping out things, showering, all of that, like right away. So that way if in fact he does have any germs on him, he's doing his best to kind of eliminate those essentially at the door.
Right.
So, but other than that, I mean, I'm wiping down every surface and cleaning every surface possible, like when he is gone. So we're kind of like doing a tag team. I'm like, keep up with yourself and I'll keep up with everything here. So that way we can
keep hitting the reset
hopefully
button.
be in the clear. So
Yeah, because that has to be a fear of some sort, just that, because again, I mean, I've seen enough, read enough, and and I know you guys pretty well, and and I would not expect Brad to not take, every single step and then a couple more. So I don't worry about that at all. But I couldn't imagine, being like, okay, like you're here, like you gotta figure your stuff out and make sure everybody's safe.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, in general, I think all of at least everyone like on his team and who he's working with, or like everyone's taking the necessary precautions right now. And then, trying to do their best once they get home. And he just told me yesterday, his manager of the whole like ICU unit was like, my like number one concern really is keeping all of you guys safe and healthy, because without that, you know, if healthcare providers start dropping like flies, that's not good. So
yeah,
yeah,
because
but
I'm not
overall,
getting
yeah.
it there.
Yeah, but overall we're good over here in the Beatty household.
Well, good. Um, well, okay. So we've given you guys kind of an update about what we're doing. We're going to kind of keep this episode short today. Number one, because Zoom limits us because we're using the free basic version. We're basic, I guess. Um, and then, you know, we want to make sure and kind of keep coming in, doing updates, and just, you know, reaching out to everybody still, because we still enjoy this and it's fun. So on a lighter note than our updates, I think Liv has some questions and some things that she put out on social media.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
So I asked quite a few questions on social media. Before I get there, have we talked about, okay, so last week we talked about watching Tiger King.
Yes.
Did you finish it, first off?
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
Okay. We literally watched every single episode in one night. Because we just could not, I mean, you get started, holy moly.
Yeah, you can't stop.
So I know some of the people that follow us and listen to us haven't fully watched it yet, so I don't want to give like anything away.
Okay, no spoilers.
But it is a train wreck. You guys have to watch it. You have to watch it because it is, first off, it's a good laugh in general, but it's also so weird.
Oh my gosh, yes. And like, I think I kind of told you last week, like, be ready, and we can tell that to everybody else too. Like, this is not like a kid-friendly thing. And
No.
some adults might not find it very friendly, but while you're stuck at home and you want some entertainment, like, and you don't live, well, let's just say you live a sophisticated life of some let's just say
to some degree.
let's just say level of sophistication one. You have never experienced anything like this, and I haven't, and I know Liv hasn't. So it is worth seeing that these people really exist.
It is so different. Oh my gosh. It wasn't anything like I was really expecting the show to be like. But I will say, so there are a ton of memes that are going around right now.
Yes.
So many, which is, oh my gosh, they're so funny. But like one of my favorite ones is I can't remember who's talking to. I can't remember if it's Trump talking to Pence or Pence talking to Trump. I think it's Trump talking to Pence, and he's like whispering in his ear and was just like, it's time to release like Tiger King. And like the caption was like, you know, basically once the coronavirus hit and everyone's quarantined, like what are we supposed to do now? And it's like Trump just saying like, release the Tiger King. It's just so funny. This show is crazy, so you guys have to watch it. But
I'm thinking, not only in the interest of time today, but I think we'll give you guys one more week to watch it, and then next week we'll talk about a couple more things, because there are things that we can chat about. But again, if we're not doing spoilers today, we'll do spoiler cast next week.
Yep, let's do that. Okay. It's so funny. I can't even deal with it.
I know I'm thinking about, you know, since I've been growing the quarantine beard, I think maybe I might just do the handlebar, you know?
You have to. You have to.
Maybe
Oh my
briefly
gosh.
just to get a picture.
I told Brad after we watched it, and I was like, so we're going to be Joe Exotic and Baskin for Halloween this year?
Yes.
And he's like, that is probably going to be like a really popular costume this
Guaranteed.
Halloween. I bet it is. But, okay,
Fire
so
away.
I got on my Instagram stories earlier today and just asked a bunch of questions around what people are doing during this time. Okay, so I want you to answer as well, so we can kind of just like chat about this.
Okay.
So first question, in general, I asked just like what's been like people's favorite pastime. There's one particular answer on here that I started dying laughing at, but I'll get to that in a second. So we have drawing and running, organizing, more family time, which is great. I've been seeing that everywhere. Someone said labor-intensive cooking because we have the time.
True.
Why
True.
not? Walks and board games, that's been our thing. Crocheting, baking, taking the dog for a walk, video games. What's been your favorite?
After I got caught up on work, because I had a huge backlog,
Yeah.
I decided to get back into Call of Duty, and I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty.
Nice. I did see that you posted something about that Call of Duty. Nice.
I feel so guilty doing it now because I'm like, shouldn't you be doing something else than playing Call of Duty, working or something? And I'm like, wait, I can't.
Never mind. That's funny.
So I've got everybody else back on the game so we can play online. And
there you go.
It's like a bunch of teenagers again. We're just like, ugh. So I've enjoyed that.
Nice. I like that. Honestly, which I mentioned this last week, but I have been super into TikTok.
Yes.
It's terrible because the time flies by so fast, but I've been finding just fun ideas to do videos for myself. But I'm trying to think of it in a positive way, in a helpful way, that it is reaching a larger audience and expanding, where I'm at on social media. So
yes.
we're gonna choose to look at it in a positive way. So that's probably been my favorite. And then Brad and I have just been playing board games and just different games when he's not at work, and that's been really fun because we literally bought, I think, 6 new games since this all happened. So, and obviously we weren't doing that a whole lot before this. So
yeah, no, it's a good opportunity for that as well.
Yeah, it's fun. It's different than just sitting and watching a movie or a TV show. A little bit more interaction and using your noggin.
Yes, because eventually there's only so much TV you can stare at.
It's true. It's really true. Okay, so I have a couple yes and no, and then this or that questions.
Yeah.
So, I guess for one, since we were kind of on the topic, you are on TikTok, yes?
Yes.
Okay, because I did ask people, and it's really split. It's 46% yes, 54% no. It's pretty close.
It's really close.
To a 50-50. But
and
obviously,
you just asked if people have TikTok?
Yes, if people are on TikTok, and I did a yes or no. Okay, which one? Puzzles or coloring?
Coloring.
Nice. Okay, which do you think won in the polls?
Probably puzzles.
So I thought puzzles would win as well. Coloring is winning by 61%.
Whoa.
I know.
Well, I've just done plenty of it with the girls lately. They were like, let's color. We have I don't know what they are, but they're probably I don't know, it's a big piece of paper. It's probably that long, but that big. I know people listening don't know what I'm doing. It's a big piece of paper. You got to have a big picture. Those are fun. I enjoy that. And it's so just how there's some of those apps that's relaxing coloring. Yes. And it is.
Yes. Yeah, I have there are coloring books for grown-ups essentially. So it's smaller spaces and more detailed coloring, versus a child's coloring book. And I've been doing some of that, and it is very relaxing.
I like the big lines and the big spaces though.
Yeah, I believe that. Would you rather binge watch TV show or movies?
Currently TV shows, and especially like my favorite are all those like docuseries like Tiger King. Netflix just added another one. It was how to fix a drug case or drug something. And like this chemist that was supposed to test the drugs to prosecute people, she was actually taking them. And she did it for like a
Oh,
year, and this affected like 30,000 plus cases.
what?
Yeah, I'm not finished with it yet, but that sort of stuff is
What's it
super
called?
interesting. Um, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. Like I said, it was something like how to fix a drug case, or like I don't think it wasn't like a drug problem, but because obviously that would be much different content. But
Yeah. um. Well, since we're talking about binging TV shows, I would also do a TV show.
what's your good say
Um,
drug?
but
Since we're talking
what?
about drugs,
No, not drugs. Like documentaries or whatever. There is a show, I think it's in like the top 10 on Netflix right now. It's called 100 Humans. Have you seen that or watched any of it?
I started it for like maybe the first 5 minutes and didn't finish it. Did it
Okay.
get better?
So yeah, it is kind of interesting. So they gather 100 humans of different ages and split 50% female, 50 male, and then essentially are just like putting them through different experiments to like I don't know, they have like different topics on things. So it's actually kind of interesting to see. There is a little bit of a underlining political,
Mm.
you know, agenda, I feel like, with it, but it is kind of interesting to see.
Maybe that's why I switched it.
Yeah, probably.
Sometimes I'm like, oh
Yeah.
nope. Um,
Yeah.
I found mine. It's called How to Fix a Drug Scandal. I was close.
All right. Okay. Noted. Well, we have 85% of people said that they would binge a TV show, which I'd probably have to agree. All right. Which one, Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
I would also say Netflix, but I also don't have Hulu. So, 77% said Netflix.
And that's why they're still winning.
Yeah. Okay. And then I asked favorite TV show to binge. So if obviously a majority of people said they would rather do a TV show to binge, I will give you some ideas. The Office, obviously, is a
Of
good
course.
one. Someone said Dexter. I've never watched that.
I've heard that's good.
Okay. Schitt's Creek.
Yes,
I started watching it.
my parents love it.
Okay. I don't know if it's just like if it's early on. I don't know. It looks like it seems like it's overacting to me.
Yeah, and I've been told that as you get further into it, the better it is. But I
Okay.
probably got like 4 or 5 episodes in, just trying my hardest, and I'm like,
I know.
yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. Someone said Ozarks. Never watched
Yes,
that.
that is super good. I haven't watched the new season, but it's super good.
Okay. The Ranch. I've never watched that either.
It's
But
it's good, but you got to come into it with like some pretty low expectations, because it's almost kind of like a very kind of cheaply done like sitcom-y, I mean,
okay.
Netflix did it so it looks nice, but I mean, it's Aston Kutcher, and it's just kind of like the same type of thing, and like I don't know, it's like a good thing to just like watch before you go to bed or something, like a good
Okay.
show to just kind of catch up on, and
You'll
kind of
fall
like,
asleep.
yeah, and you can kind of like mindlessly watch it.
Okay.
You'll get invested in it, but you're not going to be going like 5 stars.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Ashton Kutcher, someone said That 70s Show. I would agree. That show is funny. Psych. I have watched a few episodes of that, but that is actually a good show too.
Sounds familiar.
Community. I've heard it's a good one, and I actually just started it yesterday.
Yes, I've heard good things, and I've seen a lot of episodes, but I've never like watched them fully through.
Yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Yeah, that's funny.
Grey's Anatomy. There's like, what, 15 seasons now or something like that?
There's a ton.
That'll keep you occupied. Cool.
Audrey's been watching.
Someone said
Gossip Girl.
Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries.
What is it?
That's kind of weird. I don't know if someone's like making a joke because my maiden name is Fisher.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Look, can you look it up?
Yeah.
Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. I feel like someone's just trying to play me right now.
There's one called Miss Fisher's Modern Mysteries.
Maybe that's what it meant. Maybe that's what they meant.
And that's supposedly like an Australian show. I don't even know what it's on.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, it looks like it might be on Amazon.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Amazon's one too.
Yeah.
We do watch cooking or baking.
Ooh, probably cooking first. You know, I'm a big wow, I'm a big fan of it, but can't remember the name. Man, it's never mind. I got nothing. Anything on the Food Channel, Food Network.
Okay.
Food
Great.
Network, not the Food Channel. Food Network is better.
Is better. Okay. Yeah, 65% said baking.
That's a big thing right now, and I'm like not buying into the trend.
I'm not there yet. I would also say cooking, and I like my sisters don't cook a lot, specifically Erica, because Nate usually cooks quite a bit, and I forget what we were on the subject talking about, but something that I had made, and I'm like, just freaking call me Betty Crocker, and Erica like made the nickname of Beatty Crocker, and I was like, oh, that's so funny, and I was like, so then I started on Instagram, just gonna do like a little series of Beatty Crocker, and then y'all can see what I'm making for dinner every night.
I love that. By the way. That's a great name.
I thought that was pretty funny. So
my show is Chopped.
Chopped. Okay.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Or Beat Bobby Flay. That's a great one too.
Bobby Flay. Gosh.
Good.
Okay. Which one? Night owl or early bird?
Night owl.
Yep. I would also say night owl for myself. 57% said night owl.
Which I'm getting worse the older I get. Like, depends on the night, but someday I'm like, midnight's late for me. And
so I asked people if they've gotten outside for a hike or for a walk. Have you?
Yes, I have. And for those of you that follow me on social media, you probably know I have, because I got my handy distance meter.
Your social distancing tool.
Keeps me safe.
Yeah, I have too. I mean, I would go probably crazy if I didn't like get outside, get fresh air. People, if you're not, you should. And I'm not saying like get out and be around people, but like go on a walk, sit on your porch, like get some fresh air, get some sun. Like it will be so good for your physical health, but mental health as well, to not be just trapped inside all day. But
be careful.
Yes, obviously.
I see people walking the track in front of my house and they're like this, like next to each other. I'm like, that's not helping us.
4 people said no. 4 people. I'm like, y'all.
Those are the introverts that everybody talks about on the internet right now.
Probably the ones that are like living their best life right now.
Oh yeah.
So I asked some people about job-related things. Obviously, you and I talked a little bit about this last week, but I was just curious to see at least the people that were following me, where they were at. So I asked people if their job was considered essential. It's pretty much split 50-50. So we have that. Obviously, your job is considered, because we talked about that last week. I asked if people were working from home. 54% said no. So again, pretty split. And then I also asked people if they were able to work right now. And 69% said yes, so that's good. But there are some people that said no, that they cannot work right now, which just sucks.
My neighbor and I were screaming at each other across the street talking, and she said that she got like not just like laid off, but like she's just done.
Oh geez.
And I was like, gosh, like I hate that for people.
Yeah. All right, we'll do a speed round of a couple of these. Okay.
Go for it.
Where are you? Oh, I lost it. Hold on.
Liv.
Okay, reading or podcast?
Oh, podcast. Preferably Life and Latte.
Right. Eating in or takeout? Rapid fire.
Sorry, eating in.
I did give people the option if I said for both as well. If people,
I didn't get that option, so.
I was actually curious about this. This isn't rapid fire, but I was curious to see how many people that follow me are in healthcare, and only 25% are.
Wow.
Which is not, I guess it's not entirely shocking. All right, what is a game recommendation that you have?
Like a board game?
Like a board game.
I'm a huge Monopoly fan. Like that's my jam.
Fantastic. All right, and then lastly, what has been your favorite quarantine snack?
Oh man, Audrey made M&M cookies.
Ooh, I saw those. They looked so good.
She's trying to improve her baking skills, and I'm very proud of her. She's doing awesome, but I'm going to be 400 pounds.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So that is really funny. Somebody posted this meme that was like, after the quarantine, when I'm 600 pounds, like, does TLC reach out to me or do I reach out to them? Like, how will we know? I'm like, oh gosh, that's so true. I was trying to see here. I've got Oreos on here a couple of times. Popcorn is my go-to always.
Oh yeah.
And nachos.
Yeah, that'd be an easy throw together.
Huh?
That'd be easy to throw together.
Oh yeah, and I even do it just like super simple, just tortilla chips, cheese, and then salsa.
Easy.
Yep.
I might have to make me some nachos now.
I know, right? Sounds so good. All right, that's it, y'all. We're gonna go make nachos. Bye.
Right.
Oh man. Yeah, so we wanted to do an episode this week that was just kind of like checking in on each other, and then with you guys seeing what you guys are up to and any ideas. One thing I will say is for those of you who are ordering takeout, Google it, but there's a lot of places that are doing free delivery around. Like I looked it up and there were so many that I was like, I'm not about to like list all of these places. So Google it, but you'll be able to find it. And then for those of you who are in healthcare right now, I believe it is Starbucks and Circle K are giving free coffees to police officers, firefighters, paramedics, doctors, nurses, any hospital or medical staff. So if you or someone you know is, falls within that category, that's really cool. So
yeah, that's awesome. I didn't even know that.
Thanks to all of our emergency providers,
yes.
People.
Oh my gosh, yes. And Best Buy is curbside pickup right now.
Best Buy.
Just so you know.
Duly noted. For all of you who were. That's actually probably really funny to hear because Brad was saying the other day how much he wants to get some sort of gaming system. So
you can do it. It's chaos, but you can do it.
That's funny. Cool.
Well, you good?
I feel like we're good.
Yeah.
It was good to kind of just catch up and have a more like relaxed episode, because obviously everything you're seeing on the news right now is you get done watching it and you're like, yikes.
Yes.
So hang in there, people.
Yes. Enjoy this episode. Thank you so much for still listening. Stay safe. Follow the guidelines. Wash them hands. Be smart, as we've been saying. We're going to try to get some people on here at some point because we still got another 27 days currently. So we probably got another like 3 episodes that while we're at home at least.
Yeah.
So we're going to get some people on here. We're going to do some more stuff. We're not done. We're going to keep making episodes. We appreciate everybody who's still watching or listening and or both.
It's true. That's it. That's all we got. Cheers with La Colombia.
Oh, look at that.